Hearing a lot about Scottie Scheffler being boring, and even worse, comparing him and his performance to Tiger. So let's unpack the results of this year's 2025 Open Championship at Portrush.
Be the right club today. Yes!
What's going on, guys? G2 here with 3-putt bogey, and it's Monday morning after the Open, and it sucks. I've got the Open hangover, and it is so nice to wake up Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 1:30 Eastern time on Thursday and Friday in the morning, getting up and watching the Open. There's just such this feel, at least for me, when you're looking at such historic championships like the Open or when the Ryder Cup is overseas. It has this romantic feel. Like, you want to watch it. You want to be a part of it. You want to see it. And I just love it. Like, there's nothing better than my alarm going off at 1:30 in the morning, knowing that I get to watch golf for literally 18 hours. It's freaking awesome, and I love it. So before we get into today's talk, just a welcome to all of our returning subscribers. A little different format today, but I think it's due. That was a pretty amazing Open Championship that we just had. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Take a look around at some of the other stuff, see if it's anything you like. And if you do, join our community. We'd love to hear from you. On today's topic, we're going to talk about a couple things, and I really, really want to hear your opinions in the comments below. You guys all know that I reply back to every single comment. Be respectful, be nice. If I don't like it and you cuss and you are not nice to other people, I'm going to remove your comment. It's that simple. Just don't be that guy. Be nice. All right? It's not hard. This Open, I think, for me, is probably one of the most memorable. Obviously, there's controversy in it. We have the Shane Lowry moving ball. It's like the JFK assassination, the mystery shooter from the grassy knoll. Did the ball move? Did the ball not move? You have Rory McIlroy literally hitting two balls at the same time. You've got commentators dropping F-bombs. It was wild. The weather changes from second to second, hole to hole, areas of the course to different areas of the course. I mean, this literally had everything. But I want to talk about two things. Two comments or comparisons that have been made in the last 24 hours. I mean, let's be real, it's probably been in the last year, right? Because Scottie Scheffler has been absolutely just dominant. I mean, this guy is winning more than 50% of the time that he tees it up. That's better odds than flipping a coin. Just think about that for a second. Back in the day, for those of you who are a little older, the sports betting with Tiger was Tiger v. the field. It wasn't. It was him versus 150, 160 other guys. We're just about there, I think. But it's a lot different. And I want to start with the comments of Scottie Scheffler being boring. And I think that us as golf enthusiasts, we watch it, we love to put our spin and our own kind of feelings and interpretations and adaptations and whatever it is, opinions behind it. Is his golf boring? And I think we live in a day and age where safe equals boring. Okay? And the golf that Scottie Scheffler played for the last 4 days, and honestly, for the last 2 years, you could define as boring, but it is a little different, right? I want you to think about, we all have this friend that we golf with, right? That is usually better than us and probably way better than us. They go out there and they shoot scratch, right? Or they shoot 1 under. And it is honestly the most boring golf that you will ever witness, right? Driver in the fairway, iron on the green, 2 putts. Maybe one of them goes in for birdie. Par 5 is usually where they get their birdies, right? in the fairway, close to the green, chip up, birdie. It's boring golf, right? They're not in the woods. They're not punching out from underneath trees like Seve Ballesteros or doing reverse flop shots off hills like Phil Mickelson to make their birdies. They are just playing bang, bang, bang golf. And yes, it's boring. It's safe. But goddamn if it isn't good. And I think when you try to put Scottie Scheffler and you peg him in that lane of his golf is boring, it's the same thing as that guy that you play with. It's boring compared to the normal people who are all over the golf course, right? We're left, we're right, we're short, we're long, we're plugged in a bunker, we're off on another fairway hitting to our fairway, right? Now, when you make par or birdie in those situations, it's exciting. You're out of position, and you recover and you make the save. Yeah, that's exciting golf. Down the middle, on the green, 2-putt, walk to the next hole. May be defined as boring, but it is good, great golf. Now, when you look at Scottie Scheffler and some of these holes that he shot, especially yesterday, he is not as safe or as boring as you would think. He is just playing to the odds. I'm thinking of, I don't know the names of the hole off the top of my head. I'm not taking notes. I didn't make notes. I don't do any of that crap. I just go. A couple holes where the pin was in the center and he hit it on the right side of the green and took the slope towards the pin. That's not being safe, right? He may have been playing to the middle and had a cut and say, okay, if it cuts, it hits and it rolls back. Or he may have been, playing to the left of it to try to cut it in more, or play to the right and draw it in. There's shot shapes to Scottie Scheffler, primarily a cut, not really a draw guy, but he plays that cut and he knows how to play it. That's not boring. That's 1, playing the course, and 2, playing your shot, and 3, not trying to do too much to put yourself in a bad position. If that's playing boring and safe golf, I will take that every single day of the week. So, boring? Absolutely not. Now, the other thing, and God, I hate even mentioning his name, Brandel Chambly, loves to compare Scottie Scheffler to Tiger Woods. And now the media, that's all they're doing. Scottie Scheffler got his 4th major win on 1,197 days after his first, and it was exactly the same as Tiger Woods. Well, yeah, okay. Last I checked, the majors are calendar year, right? They're pretty standard. You may be off a couple days or here because of a leap year, but that's not that much of a stretch to say that this is a ridiculous statistic, okay? But the comparisons between Tiger and Scottie Scheffler, and this is really where that Scottie Scheffler boring golf comes in. Tiger Woods was an absolute magician, okay? He was the guy who played super aggressive. You could argue that in his 2000 reign of terror, he was not aggressive. He was just dominating in terms of length over the entire field. He was hitting long irons farther than these guys were hitting drivers. So he was able to play safer and not have to be as aggressive. But as the field started to catch up in terms of length and distance, Tiger started to play a little bit more aggressive because he knew he had this 15th club in his bag. And that was his imagination and ability to pull off the most ridiculous shots you just can't fathom. And we've all seen it. We've seen the Canadian Open shot. We've seen the WGC shot, the bunker shot, the shot at Augusta with the ball hanging on the edge, the ridiculous fades and draws and hooks. I mean, the guy was an absolute masterclass of moving the ball to and at his will, really. So you get used to that, right? And it makes those shots look amazing, right? Because he's making birdie from the fairway that's, 50 yards to the left. But he can hit that 4-iron so high he can go over the trees and land it soft like a butterfly. That's the magic that was Tiger Woods. And when you try to compare that to Scottie Scheffler, it's two completely different games. Scottie Scheffler has those moments when he can get out of trouble, but he doesn't take risk. He goes for his strength. Get it out to the fairway. Texas dude, always magicians with the wedges. I don't care how you feel about Patrick Reed. He is a magician with his wedge, as is Jordan Spieth, as was Justin Leonard. All of these guys in Texas know how to hit their wedges, flights, trajectories, spins. They're just amazing. And that is one of Scottie Scheffler's biggest strengths, in my opinion. So why wouldn't he just pitch it out to, 120 yards and hit a 56 up there? Pretty common. He's playing to his strength. Unlike a Tiger Woods shot where he is going to hit that 5-iron low bullet cut through the trees, roll it up to 30 feet, and then, of course, he's going to make an absolutely insane 30-foot putt for birdie. There's a magic and just a wow factor to Tiger Woods, but there is also a wow factor to Scottie Scheffler. And it is in the fact that the dude just doesn't miss. I'm thinking of Saturday's round. It was late in the round, somewhere on the back nine. I want to say it was 12, maybe 13. And he pulls his shot left. Pin was middle. He pulls his shot left, and he's in that gnarly, just rough that they had there on a downhill lie, going to a pin that was going downhill. And for a second, you're like, oh, all right. He'll be lucky to get that out and get close to make par. He's probably making bogey. Chips it down. Perfect chip. He knows it's downhill. It's down grain. The green is breaking away from him. So all he's got to do is just give it a nudge. Just get it on that fringe. And he does. And he lets the ball release. Cozy's up to 5 feet and he puts it in and he makes his par. That is not magician golf. It's smart golf. And that's the difference between him and Tiger Woods. Now, I'm not saying Tiger Woods doesn't play smart golf, because he does. But he knows his limitations and his strengths. And Tiger Woods just a little bit more of a gambler than Scottie Scheffler. And there's no way to compare these two in terms of their games. It's just not. You just can't do it. Now, at the end of the day, will Scottie Scheffler be able to overtake Tiger in terms of majors and total victories? I'm not quite sure. I don't think so. I don't think he's going to do it, but we will see. So, yeah, what a great Open, and I'm really looking forward to the next big one is obviously the Ryder Cup at Bethpage Black, and it's going to be very exciting for sure, because the U.S. team right now is not looking strong or as strong when compared to the European team. They've got a little bit of work to do. And I guess we'll see what happens with these live guys. I think it would kind of be a miss on Keegan Bradley's part to leave those guys out, because if he doesn't, he is going to be relying on a very, very young team with a few veterans who may be able to get it through, in comparison to a Euro team who had their young guys last time in Rome. They cut their teeth. They're ready to go. Now it's their second time around, and they already have a win under their belt. So the U.S. needs to be very, very careful in how they select their team this year. You need to go with grinders. You need to go with intimidators and just punch them in the face. And we'll see what happens. So, until next time, make sure that you swing as hard as you can. just in case you hit the ball. G2 out.